Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. So in this video, we are going to talk about reflective language in reflective vlogging. And the speakers for this in this video are Miss Nur Fadilah binti Ahmad Fauzi and also Miss Lina binti Zainal. As part of the learning objective, at the end of the lesson, students should be able to use the correct language expressions in producing the reflective vlogs. So let's proceed with the lesson. Okay, so we are going to continue with the next item, which is reflective language. So if you refer to your assignment guideline, you can see that the assessment is asking you to create a reflective vlog. Okay, reflective vlog. So that's why we are going to use reflective language. So what is reflective language? It is your ability, okay, your ability to paraphrase and restate your feelings and clarify what you have experienced during your project in your surroundings. Okay, so it is often important that you express what is meant to be said, okay, as it will be projected as the true representation of your feelings and experiences. If you look at the overview of the reflective language here, you can see that a lot of the keywords here are feelings. Okay, feelings, experience, expressing your surroundings. Why? Because when we talk about reflective vlogging, okay, and also of course reflective language, the nature is very personal. Okay, it wants you to just reflect on what happened. Okay, so that's also the nature of reflective language. You just need to use whatever means necessary for you to just reflect on the event that happened. So the language is actually quite simple. It is not technical at all. Okay, so when you use reflective language effectively, it helps you to build and convey greater understanding. Why? Because you want your audience to get what you are trying to say to them. Okay, that is the biggest purpose here. Okay, you use simple language. Why? Because you just want to convey your feelings. Okay, you just want to convey your experience on what happened during the project. So it shouldn't be technical, it shouldn't be complicated. Okay, the purpose of reflective language here, if you look at the slides, it is to allow your audience, okay, whoever is watching you, listening to you, to hear your thoughts. That's one thing. Okay, to hear your thoughts about the event that happened. Okay, and they also want to focus on your whatever you are saying, the content, and also your feeling. Okay, that feeling is a very vital part. It is a vital part in reflective vlogging. Okay, because you want to convey your feeling. This is not just a normal presentation. You want to convey your information together with the feeling that you feel during the event that actually took place. Okay, so you want to also show your audience about how you perceive the world, but in this case it is not the world but the project. Okay, how you see the project, you want to say it to the audience. Okay, now let's look at some of the general language guidelines when you are preparing for your reflective vlog. Okay, rule number 1 is for you to be natural. Okay, so I know that some of you might want to prepare scripts, you might want to prepare cue cards. It is okay to do that, but when you are delivering your content, you have to try to be as spontaneous as possible. Okay, why? Because when people watch vlog, okay, they want to see authentic content. Okay, if it looks like it is being too scripted, it won't be interesting for people to watch it. Okay, another thing is when we talk about be natural, you have to remember that reflective vlogging is not acting, it is not role playing. Okay, so it shouldn't look like that. Okay, okay, for rule number 2 is you have to focus on the basic message. So we talked about this before. You have to consider the content. That is the most important part. Okay, when we talk about content here, refer to the assessment guideline. Okay, what are the questions that they want you to answer in your reflective vlogging? You can add something in the beginning, you can add the conclusion and all, but the content here should always refer to the assessment guideline. Okay, also consider the feeling. Okay, we talked about this earlier. In reflective blogging, conveying feeling and also meaning is also very important. Okay, it's not just content, feeling, and deliver the meaning that you want to deliver to your audience. Okay, and then number 3 is whatever content that you want to deliver, please use simple everyday words. Okay, state whatever you want to deliver in simple terms, don't be too complicated. Okay, so using simple terms in expressing your feeling, it will show the authenticity of your reflection. That is very important in reflective blogging. Okay, so show that you are genuinely expressing yourself in regard of what you have experienced. So you don't need to have so much bombastic words. Okay, what we want here is simple terms, simple language use, okay, that everybody can understand. Okay, and then next, you have to remember to always be non-directive and non-judgmental. Okay, why is this important? Because if when you talk in your reflective blogging, if you sound too judgmental, okay, the audience people watching might perceive you as a negative person. Okay, so that is such a turn off. So we certainly don't want our audience to have such impression towards us. We don't want them to think, oh, well, what a negative person. Okay, when you talk about your experience, try avoiding, negative comments on the experience. Okay, try to be as objective as you can. Next, when you talk about the description of your activities, okay, of course you have to show a bit of what maybe short clips of what you did during your project. So you have to keep the description of the activities short. Okay, so you have to make sure that you choose wisely, and be sure to include the necessary who. Okay, the WH questions here, the necessary who, what happened, when did it happen, where did it happen, okay, how did it happen, and why, wherever necessary. Okay, so if you use this WH question, then you will know what to include in your reflective blogging.
Alright, so now we will move on to the steps in terms of how to use reflective language when you want to record or when you want to prepare your reflective blog. Okay, so step 1, as it has been mentioned previously in the previous slides, you have to keep the description of your activities short, and at the same time you have to make sure that you include the necessary WH questions, because when you include all these information based on the WH question, you will know what to say in your reflective blog. Okay, so of course in your reflective blogs you have to describe what you have learned in the experience throughout the whole semester of involved in this EDE. And also, as you can see in the instruction guidelines, okay, your blog should include 4 elements. Okay, one of the 4 elements is for you to talk about what you have learned, as well as what personal development have you experienced before. So you can see in this the examples provided in the slides are the sentence or the phrases that you can use in delivering your points. For me, the most meaningful experience was when, so you describe your experience there. Okay, so in the next slide, I will explain to you other phrases, other examples of phrases that you can use in your blogs. All right. As you can see in these slides, this table shows the samples of insight or common words and phrases that you can include in your reflective blogs. Okay, as we know, the description that we want to include in our blog is the experience that we have encountered before, or we have gone through before. So you need to include your description, and at the same time you want to make sure that it is short and straightforward. So again, you need to focus on the elements that you need as mentioned in your instruction guidelines. Okay, if I refer to your instruction guideline, one of the elements that you need to include is one challenging experience and solution taken to curb the problem, meaning that you have to describe the experience and then what do you do to overcome the situation. So in your delivery, you can use this table, okay, to construct your sentence in your head, or maybe you, as you are drafting your script before before you start recording your vlog. For example, for me, the most, you have to talk about challenge earlier, right? So the most challenging experience, all right, was when, and then you describe your experience. All right, so basically from this table, you start with for me, and then you choose what are the adjective or the word, okay, whether it is meaningful or significant, or in this case you want to talk about the challenge, right? So the most for me, the most challenging experience, okay, in this you can include new word here, experience was, all right, and then you start describing the experience. Right. Of course, when you are describing your experience, right, you want to recall the previous information, what you have, what were your feelings at that time. So in this table here, okay, you can see certain phrases that you can use. Here are these are actually the templates. Okay, if for example you want to talk what you think before as you go through the experience, you can talk, you can say it, previously I thought, or previously I did not think that it will happen in this way. Okay, so you just choose the phrases in this table and start to construct the sentence based on what you want to deliver. Okay, so you can use this table provided in this slide as well as in the PDF document provided to guide you as you want to deliver your points later in your vlogs. Okay. And lastly, of course, you want to talk about what you have learned, the outcome of the experience, the outcome of that experience that you have gone through. So here in these slides are the examples of phrases that you can use in developing your sentence. Okay, for example, based on the experience, because of that challenge that I had gone through, I have significantly developed my skills in what? Okay, based on your experience. All right, or if it is something that you want to talk about because of you have read something or experienced something. So having experienced this situation, I know that. So these are how you construct your sentence when you want to talk about the outcome, when you want to talk about what you have gained throughout this whole experience. All right, so you can use all these tables provided in these slides as well as in the PDF document provided to guide you on how you want to deliver your points using reflective language in your reflective vlogs. Okay, although having using the correct words and terms in your vlogs helps your audience to understand you better, and it allows you to also express yourself better. All right, so good luck everyone.